And talking about our young people this morning, in the national news, the government's begun a 3-week consultation on children's screen use. That's the time they're in front of things like computers, TV and, of course, smartphones. Now, for the first time, parents of 5 to 16-year-olds are going to get official government advice on all this. Ministers say the advice will cover everything from social media use to when a child should get their first smartphone. Our correspondent Nomia Iqbal has the details.
It's a dilemma for every parent. When or if to give their child their first smartphone. How much time online is too much time? Now the government says it will find some answers. Ministers are drawing up official guidance for parents of 5 to 16-year-olds on healthy screen use. An independent panel of experts will shape the advice after a 3-week consultation with the public. There's already guidance for parents of under 5s. The government says polling suggests a majority think it's having a good impact, with most parents believing online is beneficial. It's putting down the devices that's the problem. Schools agree. The Head Teachers Union says school leaders tell us how excessive screen time at home, including scrolling late at night, affects pupils' concentration in the classroom. The content children see and the interactions they have can also be a concern, with risks ranging from online bullying, AI deepfakes and misinformation to grooming, exploitation and content encouraging self-harm. They want tech companies to do more. Ministers have ruled out blanket bans on smartphones. They say the aim is to help families make beneficial choices in a digital world that isn't going anywhere.
Nomia Iqbal there. Well, here in Sussex, back in May, all 10 secondary schools in Brighton and Hove announced that they were going smartphone free for Year 7 pupils from the new school year this coming August. So that's the first time the people go up from their young people go up from their infants or junior school up to their secondary school. It's after campaigning from groups like Smartphone Free Childhood. Here's the principal of Varndine College, Donna Marie Jansen.
We encourage families to consider buying a brick phone, which is a non-Wi-Fi smartphone, which means that they can't access the internet or social media or video footage. So it is just purely for contacting family in emergency, or whether they want to phone home at the end of the day so that they can stay to an extracurricular.
Well, joining me now is Katie Finch, the West Sussex regional leader for the national campaign group Smartphone Free Childhood. Hi, Katie.
Good morning.
What do you think about this government consultation then? So 3 days worth of evidence they're going to gather, and then at some stage they'll issue some guidance for parents on what is the best advice for 5 to 16-year-olds. Is that something you support?
Absolutely, yes. I think the more we can give guidance to parents on this, the better, really. I think it's been quite interesting over the last few months how much more information has come out, and I think parents are far more aware of the risks and the harms of social media and use of smartphones, and I think this will really help.
Did I say 3 day or 3 week? It's a 3-week consultation into this. A 3-day one would be really quick, wouldn't it? So 3 weeks. And then what sort of advice would that make it easier for parents? If there's government guidance, then you can refer to that. You can explain to your children why you're imposing these rules on them. Does that help?
I think it does. I think we've kind of sleepwalked into this situation where everyone's got one because everyone's got one. And, you know, no fault of any parent. We've just done this because it's what everyone's doing. And I think we weren't aware of the harms and the dangers before, but we are now. And I think the guidance will help that, because it gives parents an opportunity to say, look, we've been given this guidance as well. These aren't safe for you. And I think in any other industry, we say, you know, your product's got to be safe before you can sell it to a child. And we haven't done that with social media or smartphones. So I think this is a chance for us to kind of protect children and give parents the backing they need as well to stand strong on it.
Yeah, because sometimes as parents, we're making the rules up as we go along, really, isn't it? So if you can turn around and say, yeah, this is based on, good research and it's from the government, that maybe helps. Let's hear from some young people themselves, Katie, and then we'll chat about what they say.
So I do have a smartphone, and I did have social media for a short period of time. And I felt it really wasn't good for me. Like, it made me feel quite anxious, stressed. I found myself spending quite a lot of useless time on it, whereas now I've made the decision to delete it.
A lot of my friends have a smartphone. They use it quite a lot. It's not like ideal having a smartphone and looking at social media every minute of the day. Just put it down and just live in the real world.
I think it varies quite a bit about how much people use their phones, because some people are quite addicted to them since year 7 or even since primary, and people who are addicted to it tend to spend less time, hanging out with their friends.
What do you think of that, Katie?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look outside any school at the end of a school day, or we were out for a meal the other day in a restaurant, we're all addicted to our phones. We're all on them the whole time. And I think whatever we can do to protect, particularly our children, and help them get that time, as one of those children said, to live in the real world, we need to do that. I think children are spending too much time hooked on devices that aren't adding any real benefit to their lives, and quite often are, increasing harms with the content that they access, exposure to bullying or adult content. And I think whatever we can do to protect them from that, we really need to do right now. I think this is a point where the government can make a really strong decision and actually have a massive impact on the lives of children going forward. And I really hope that they do that.
We'll see what comes from that. Thank you very much. Katie Finch there, West Sussex Regional Leader for Smartphone-Free Childhoods. Do you agree with that? 0800 232 1045. 8 now.
Sarah Gorrell. BBC Radio Sussex.
Whatever your